Pollinators are under stress around the world, and yet we depend upon these pollinators for well over half of everything that we eat. Figs, for example, are almost completely dependent upon their pollinators for reproduction. And yet, figs are among the world's great survivors. As a group, at least, figs have managed to cope with multiple climate change events over the last 60 to 120 million years. Today, though, there are figs that are living right on the edge, and this is partly due to that obligate dependence they have on their pollinators, which are these tiny little wasps. So if those wasps get impacted by climate change, so do the figs. Now we know that fig populations in the past have expanded and contracted quite dramatically in response to those past climate change events. So that begs the question, how many of today's 800 or so species of figs are going to survive the mass extinction that is predicted to occur as a consequence of the current climate change event? Now, the rusty fig, which I'm studying, is quite a common species. It's under no immediate threat of extinction. But even in this species, at the western edge of its distribution, where I'm studying it in the New England Northwest, it's under a number of pressures that are compromising population viability. Some of these pressures, at least, such as bushfires and drought, are predicted to increase under the influence of climate change. So there are two main aims to this project. Firstly, by studying this species at this extreme of its suitable habitat, I aim to determine what these pressures are that are causing populations to go from stability to decline at the top of this graph. What are the processes that are going on at that early stage of decline, and what are the signals that tell us that this decline is happening? Because often, early stages of decline are very difficult to recognise, particularly in long-lived species such as trees. So then the second aim of the project is to use the results from this study to contribute to ecological theory being developed here in our lab at UNE under that declining population paradigm. If we can develop a better theoretical framework around those early causes of decline, and then apply that theory across a whole range of species that are at that early stage, then we should be able to prevent more species from going down to the bottom of the graph and becoming endangered in the first place, and ultimately save more species from joining that mass extinction event. Thank you.